following is a production of Learfield Sports.
This copyrighted telecast is the property of Black Bear Sports Properties, LLC, an affiliate of Learfield Sports, LLC, under rights granted by the University of Maine. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or other dissemination or use of this telecast or any part of it without the express written consent of Black Bear Sports Properties, LLC, is prohibited. This legal disclaimer is brought to you by Lanham, Blackwell & Baber, proud supporter of the Black Bears. If you have any legal questions, visit them at lanhamblackwell.com.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Black Bear Insider. I'm your host, Brian Sullivan. We've got a fantastic show on tap for you this week. We'll speak with swim coach Susan Lizzotte as her team gets ready for the 2014-15 season. Also a piece about academics and how seriously that swim team takes it. We'll hear from Sigi Koizar, the point guard for the Maine women's basketball team. We'll also hear from the 1999 National Championship hockey team as they were honored at Alfond Arena just a few weeks ago. We'll speak with coaches as they do their radio programs each and every week. Red Gendron and Jack Cosgrove putting on a program for the fans at Seasons Grill and Lounge in downtown Bangor. Plus, look at the U.S. Cellular upcoming schedule, and as well as a little sit-down with Carlton Creech. This is the Black Bear Insider.
The Black Bear Insider is brought to you by Lanham, Blackwell & Baber, U.S. Cellular, Maine Recreation and Fitness Center, Fisher Plows, Maine Savings Federal Credit Union, EBS Building Supplies, and Digital Workshop.
Hi, the sign outside says U.S. Cellular's paying off all contracts.
Yes, when you sign up for the best plan ever. Plus, you'll get a $100 prepaid card to use towards anything in the store.
$100?
Yeah.
Ben, grab speakers. Abby, Mama needs headphones. Black Friday!
Ma'am, that's not the actual card. All right.
Don't let your old contract keep you from the best plan ever. This Black Friday through Monday, sign up and get a $100 prepaid card. U.S. Cellular. Hello better.
No matter what your game is, indoors or out, the Student Recreation and Fitness Center at the University of Maine is your place to play, work out, relax, and have fun. The Rec Center has state-of-the-art cardio and weight training equipment, a pool, spa, and sauna, a running track, and more than 60 fitness classes a week. Or take your game outside with the Maine-bound Adventure Center. Hit the climbing or bouldering wall, learn how to kayak, go rock climbing. Whatever game you like, the Student Recreation and Fitness Center is your place to play.
Under the bright lights of your playing field, one performer continues to shine. The Fisher Extreme V. With durable X-bracing, the Extreme V carries the load. With precision passes, the power to bust through, the maximum protection of the Fisher Trip Edge, and the brightest lights available. Fisher, your business, our passion.
Learn more at vplowfacts.com.
Welcome back to the Black Bear Insider, now joined by Susan Lizzotte, head coach of the swim team here in Orono. Sue, thank you very much for being here. Let's start by talking a little bit about the makeup of this year's team.
We're fairly young, lots of new incoming first years. We've been trying to get a mold on everybody and feel like more of a team, and I think it's taken a longer process this year, but I think we're finally there. We had a great meet last weekend, and I think everyone's feeling great about where we are as a team.
When you have all those young swimmers coming and making that jump from high school to college, what's it like as a coach trying to maybe ease that transition?
I think I'm big on team, so just trying to get everyone to mix together. They're all coming from different parts of the country or Canada, and they've all come from different backgrounds. So some have swam their whole life, some have swam just high school, and so trying to make that work in the pool and out of the pool, is very different every year.
Do you find that it takes a little bit to kind of get into the swing of things as you come into the college game?
Absolutely, and I think this year maybe a little bit more because we had such a big incoming class. So they all got to know each other really well over like Facebook groups
Sure.
and emails and things like that this summer. So we worked on them, so they were all connected. So trying to mesh the upperclassmen with the freshmen was kind of where we focused.
And you mentioned a previous meet just last weekend at Rhode Island. something pretty impressive happened not once but twice.
Yeah, first year Chloe Adams from Florida broke the school record in the 200 freestyle, which was longstanding from Colleen Miller, which was back in like 2005, I think. And then Nick Sundquist came out of pretty much nowhere and took the 200 IM from John Carlucci, who just got it last season. So very interesting, fun swims to watch. Lots of other great things happened over the weekend, but those were the two highlights.
Yeah, I mean, that's, we're in November. Usually those things happen a little bit later in the season,
yeah,
right?
we usually wait till February or March to do those. So it was just a great meet. I think they felt together as a team, and it was a great opportunity, and they took that opportunity and ran with it.
Now, one of the things we're going to talk about later on in the show is how important academics are to your team. Talk a little bit about that.
There's 4 people that are on honor societies. They worked truly hard to be on these honor societies. Ryan Fahey is a senior scull. He had that in his mind since his freshman year. Naja Harvey is an all-Maine woman, well-deserved, leader in and out of the pool. CC McKern is a sophomore Eagle, and John Carlucci is a sophomore Owl. So those are all, they had to be, I had to write letters of recommendation for them, and they had to go through a process to get into that group.
Yeah, very impressive. We'll have a piece on that
yeah.
in just a little bit later here on the show. But one thing that I always love to hear about, I know it's Thanksgiving time, I love hearing about where you're going during your Christmas break. So tell us all about what lovely place you'll be frequenting.
We are going to Puerto Rico. We're going to take the kids there. Again, we went last year for the first time. It's a beautiful place. It's an inclusive place, so the hotel, they can only be in one place,
Sure.
but there's a beach there, a pool there. Then we drive about 15 minutes on a bus, and we'll train at a 10-lane pool, 50 meters, so it's an Olympic-sized pool outside. So it is, a beautiful place, but they do work hard when we are there. So they will swim.
They work really hard.
They do.
Sure. Yeah.
They will swim 2 times a day and then do a dry land. So, 5 or 6 hours of hard work, but then they get the palm trees and everything else in Puerto Rico to go with it.
Yes, good work if you can get it. Now, as you move forward, you get towards February and the end of the season. What's your goal for the squad?
It always is my goal is to move up in America East. So last year we were 4th. We beat Binghamton. This year we were closer to Vermont in our dual meet. I think we're going to be, right with Binghamton again. UMBC looks, in our range also. So I just think going into champs with a great attitude, having all the girls on the same page, and just do what we've done for the past 4 years. And I don't see why we wouldn't do that.
All right, just a lot of hard practice, hard work. You got a long way to get there, but you think the squad has what it takes to make that next step?
Yeah, absolutely. We're working hard. I think we have the regiment down of, who does what on what day, and they're sprinting and whatnot. And so they're all very focused. Matt Murray in the weight room is great for our team. He works them hard, and they're definitely getting stronger every day.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Always a pleasure to hear from you. Enjoy Puerto Rico. I know you will. We're now going to take a visit to Carlton's Corner.
Tom and Sally Savage are great friends of the university and donors certainly to the athletic department. They've got a great history already, and this latest gift is just a show of their support for our hockey program. And establishing an endowment is important for the future of our athletic department. Endowments live forever, and so it's a gift that will last more than a lifetime. And more importantly, it's a match to all of our former hockey players. And so it's a great gift by Tom and Sally, something that will help ensure the future of our championship hockey program.
You support your Black Bears at the game. Now, you can support them everywhere you go. Introducing the exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings. The Black Bear debit card is free to you and supports the Black Bear Fund each time you use your card for a purchase. Just open a Red Wallet account at Maine Savings. Stop into our new College Avenue branch or any of our other convenient branches. Show your pride. Make a difference. The exclusive Black Bear debit card only at Maine Savings.
EBS Building Supplies knows time is the most valuable resource you have. That's why they offer free delivery anywhere in their service area. Fast, convenient, and free. That's the EBS way. So whether you're a professional contractor or a do-it-yourself homeowner, no delivery is too small or too big, and custom ordering is always available. Use EBS free delivery to make your life easier and your home improvement project complete faster. EBS Building Supplies. Can do. Just ask.
Hi, Hi, the sign outside says U.S. Cellular's paying off old contracts.
Yes, when you sign up for the best plan ever. Plus, you'll get a $100 prepaid card to use towards anything in the store.
$100?
Yeah.
Ben, grab speakers. Abby, Mama needs headphones. Black Friday!
Ma'am, that's not the actual card. All right.
Don't let your old contract keep you from the best plan ever. This Black Friday through Monday, sign up and get a $100 prepaid card. U.S. Cellular. Hello better.
Welcome back to the Black Bear Insider, now joined by Sigi Koizar, the point guard for the Maine women's basketball team. Now, Sigi, originally from Austria, here you are in Orono, Maine. How did it come about?
Yeah, I was an exchange student in Millinocket 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago, my junior year of high school. And I'm still pretty close with my host family. And while I was playing Millinocket, I talked a little bit to Coach Barron, and he ended up offering me a scholarship to come here.
Now, going from Austria to Millinocket, Maine, out of Orono, what's it like making that transition?
I mean, I got a choice between going to the big city or living in a more rural area, and obviously I picked rural, and then I ended up in Millinocket, Maine.
And you obviously loved it because here you're now in Orono and playing some hoops.
Yeah, I like the outdoors.
Sure.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, well, you picked the right place. Now, here in 2014, talk to me a little bit about the makeup of the Maine women's team.
Well, we lost a couple players from last year, but we got a couple freshmen coming in and a transfer coming in. So we're pretty much the same squad as we were last year. And we're going to build on our offense and defense from last year. So we haven't been through a lot of changes, so that's definitely a good thing.
One thing that I've noticed is that it seems to be a very closely knit team. You guys seem to get along very well.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
True? Yeah. Now, well, I especially in your rap video, I've seen that a couple of times now. How did that all come about?
It was Coach Barron's idea because he just likes that song. And then we had to make up rap lines.
Came out pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. I guess we got a new intro video now, though.
Yeah, it's actually a little more upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get jacked up for those games at the Cross Center. You like playing at the Cross Insurance Center?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, you set some goals for yourself this year as you came into the 2014-15 season?
Yeah, I definitely want to play more confident than last year. And I want to be more of a scorer, more of a team leader.
Got some big out-of-conference games before you get into conference play. You're going down to South Carolina, I believe, in a couple of weeks here. Talk to me a little about that out-of-conference schedule.
I think it's an exciting schedule because we're going to play some tough teams, and it's going to show us where we're at and what we got to work on.
Sure. Now, when it comes to conference play, I know it's a little bit of a ways away. Do you think this team has what it takes to make your way through and possibly get a title?
I think so, yeah. If we keep working hard.
All right. Thank you very much, Sigi.
Okay, thanks.
A few weeks ago, the 1999 National Championship hockey team returned to Alfond Arena to celebrate their 15-year anniversary. Let's take a look at that event.
Alfie, what was it like for you in net there when, it's such a pressure-packed game, and Ty Conklin on the other end's getting it done for UNH. Here you are making big stop after big stop.
It was one of those games you just try to stay in the moment and, enjoy the situation and hope and pray that one of these guys would score on one of the glorious chances we had. I remember one of the saves Conklin made there, you kind of, in the back of your head, you kind of wonder if we're going to score on him, but thank goodness Marcus potted the rebound, and from there on, it was, euphoria, I guess, is the best way to explain it.
Marcus, for you, I think you had just come on the ice maybe, and tell me about just the whole lead up to that, what your memories are of it.
Really, I don't, when you're playing in these types of games, you're just, to me, it's just, you've been, again, I've been there for 4 years then. You did the same thing every time you go out. You really don't think, you're ingrained to do your job, and you just think about different situations you're going to play in. And I remember when they asked me after I scored a goal, how did it happen? I was like, I had to really have to think, what did I do? I do remember the shot, but how did I get there? And it wasn't until I watched the video after that I saw, I came off the bench. Because you just, think about, Coach Walsh used to say, think about your next shift. So you really don't have time. You just, hey, I'm here to do my job. And apparently I did it at the right moment and at the right time.
Well, it was a culmination, too, of 4 years of tough trials here with the suspensions and the probations and all of that stuff that went on, and to be able to take this program back to the top in such a short time with virtually no experience. None of you guys had ever played in the NCAA tournament.
That is true. Again, that's all history. Like, we were in that year, and we had a great team that year, and we were ranked #1 for a while. So, we knew we had something special, and we really didn't have anything to show for it. We didn't have the experience, but I think we were well prepared for it. So, it is what it is.
I think we were all preparing for that. We were all together. We went to a Hockey East the year before, and I think that kind of definitely helped. I know it helped me leading in, but like Marcus said, at the same time, you're in the moment. You worry about that shift and that second, and we obviously, our coaching staff had us well prepared, and we had a group of guys that were willing to do anything for each other, and it just turned out the right way for ourselves and obviously for the state of Maine.
I'm a big Christmas fan. Get free presents, get to see the family. It doesn't get much better.
My favorite holiday would probably be Thanksgiving.
I'd say Christmas to just to see my family and just the ambience that Christmas brings. So yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to a concert either.
I've actually never been to one either. Wow. So any concert, I guess, just to say I went to one would be nice.
My favorite concert that I've been to was Headley. It was at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics, so it was good BC band. So.
Hey Black Bear fans, if you would like to have your questions answered by a Black Bear athlete, simply post or tweet using the hashtag #AskABlackBear for a chance to have your questions answered on the show.
Hey Black Bear fans, this is Brett Baber with Lanham, Blackwell & Baber, and this is Compliance Corner. We're here to help you understand some of the most misunderstood rules and regulations that commonly affect our Black Bear athletes and programs. Today I'd like to talk to you about what defines a booster and who a booster is. Most people think of boosters as our popular friends of groups, but many other people are boosters as well. You may even find that you are a booster and never even knew it. A booster is anyone who has ever promoted the athletic department, provided services for UMaine athletics, made any financial contribution to any team or the athletic department, purchased season tickets to any Black Bear program, works or worked for the athletic department, or is the spouse of someone who has done so, and has otherwise promoted the athletic department or program in any manner. Have you discovered that you may be a booster? Here is the most important thing to remember. Once you've been identified as a booster, you retain that title indefinitely, even many, many years later. Boosters have very specific limitations placed on them, so if you have any questions about this or any other compliance questions, feel free to contact the Black Bear Compliance Office at 207-581-1537 or visit goblackbears.com/information/compliance. This has been Compliance Corner, brought to you by Lanham, Blackwell, and Baber.
Each Wednesday and Thursday night during their seasons, Coach Red Gendron and Coach Jack Cosgrove put on radio programs. They offer fans an inside look into their teams. We want to give you an inside look into those shows.
To right the ship, so to speak, to make us more successful, more victories. And so we're looking at this as an opportunity to bring something home.
Well, Wednesdays we have the Maine Hockey Show with Coach Red. Brings in a lot of people. We've got our own broadcast booth here, which they broadcast every week. It's been it's great. It brings in a lot of the players, brings in a lot of fans. We do a lot with the tailgate parties and stuff that come through, the watch parties for shows you can't really see if they're playing out of state. So it really kind of keeps us in tune with Maine and makes us a great partner with them.
Well, it's a weekly radio show where we recap what transpired the previous weekend, in whatever series we played in. We have call-in guests. Quite often they're alumni from our hockey program, sometimes our other coaching staff.
Former Maine coach Jack Semler was on our first show, and that was a tremendous interview to get his sight on building the beginning of this Maine hockey program. We had Steve Correa on last week. The 1999 National Championship team was honored at Alfond Arena. He was the captain of that team. We've had a lot of former Black Bears on who have played in the NHL or still are playing in the NHL, and that's a lot of fun, along with the current guys who are doing it now.
So usually we just come in, talk about last game's weekend or what's coming up as well. I know my first interview too, we talked about my hometown and all that stuff, so we keep it pretty lively, pretty friendly. It's a good time.
Dad builds a rink in our backyard every year, so have lots of fun on that.
Let's keep this show from becoming a fashion show.
Okay, I know I'm looking good. You, as always, are also looking good. We're going to talk a little bit about Elon. We'll also talk about New Hampshire. We got plenty more to come. Don't go anywhere. This is the Coach Kaz Show from Learfield Sports.
It's about football, and I think as you get closer to the weekend, everybody gets energized from the approach of the games that are coming up on the weekend. Not only ours, but across the. For instance, the CAA, across college football, those FBS matchups, and then Sundays the NFL. And it's, the game of football has really had an impact on our country, and people in our country. And I think it uplifts spirits, and it's just fun to be talking about it. A lot more fun when you're winning, certainly, but it's just it's good to engage in conversation about football.
Well, I think it's just the accessibility of Kaz and his loose nature, too. Again, he knows so much about the game of football, specifically played here at the state of Maine, that he's able to expound on that. And this Have It Loose, the kind of playing back and forth between the host, Brian Sullivan, and Jack Cosgrove is great, too, because they've had a good reputation and a good experience among each other for so many years that I think it really plays off great.
We try to do a lot with the university, with the alumni, with the different support groups that have to do with the sports. It's a very passionate fan base, depending on which sport you're talking about. Sometimes it moves, and like right now with football, football's been a lot bigger these past couple of years, which is awesome. We know the hockey's always been a great pull for UMaine. It's a lot of people come in. We have a whole banquet room that's dedicated to Black Bear memorabilia. So a lot of them go in there when they have their meetings and stuff. So it just kind of feels like a little bit of Orono just down in Bangor.
I think we could do just a half an hour on football all the time. Just go through the roster.
Just a half an hour?
Well, that's all they allot. We could make a documentary. This thing could span for hours and hours. That's how I'd like to do it.
Some big games lie ahead for the Black Bears as the snow continues to fall here in Orono. And with that in mind, here's a look at the U.S. Cellular upcoming schedule. Here at the University of Maine, the swim team takes their academics very seriously. In fact, there are 4 members on the swim team who are on honor societies here in Orono. We spoke with all 4, and here's what they had to say.
I'm in the Senior Skulls. What the Skulls is, it's an honor society. It was founded in 1906. Since then, the main goals have been to uphold the traditions of the University of Maine and help undergraduates excel in their academics and, for me, athletics.
I am part of All Maine Women, which is a seniors honor society. It was founded in 1925. We're based on leadership, scholarship, and dedication to the university. And there is a minimum GPA requirement of, I believe it's a 3.2. And we do a lot of things around campus. We do clothing drives. We're part of Blue and White Christmas in the Union. And also we throw a homecoming alumni event for our alumni.
I'm in Sophomore Eagles. It started as a way to kind of introduce freshman women to campus and get them acclimated to the university, help them find out what resources are available to them. And it kind of, now I think we're more just all first years. We have some like barbecues and different things to kind of meet them and know how they're feeling about their time here and try to get them excited about being at UMaine.
So I'm a member of the Sophomore Owls Honor Society. We are a group that was founded in 1911, actually by the Senior Skulls. And our mission is basically to help freshmen become engaged in the campus and help them ease into the college life. You know, it can be kind of hard, so our job is basically to just aid them.
Academics always comes first for me. I miss practices for labs and stuff like that. But you know, you got to sacrifice sleeping or social life to get both of those done. And whatever it takes, you just got to do it to make sure you get good grades and make sure you're excelling in the pool.
Being an athlete is really hard, and then being a student on top of that athlete, and then excelling in athletics and in academics, it's hard. But our coach, Susie, is very supportive of academics. I've had to move practice times around so I could get homework done, or that I could do my internship on time.
We do community service. We actually are volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House soon, and we volunteer. We did Take Pride in Acadia Day. Leadership is one of the biggest things. We have to show that we're leaders on campus and that we're trying to help other people. And so it's pretty much everything, trying to be the best person we can be.
I'm extremely prideful that there's 4 members of this team that are on the most prestigious honor societies on campus. I think it says a lot about us as a sport, in terms of mental discipline and how we can manage academics and extracurriculars, especially with our sport. So I'm extremely proud to say that I'm in an honor society with 3 of my other teammates. It just makes me proud to be on the swim team.
Well, that wraps it up for another exciting episode of the Black Bear Insider. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, if you want more information on the teams that you love, go to goblackbears.com. They've got all the stats, information, and highlights you could want. And until we see you again, we will say, go Black Bears.